Hey guys, NV here. Sorry I haven't been on in a few days. I've been sick and it's easing up, so I thought I would go ahead and start doing some videos. Um Today we're going to go ahead and work on a photo effect. I already have them loaded in Photoshop, so I'm going to go straight into Photoshop. I have two photographs up. One is this Polaroid and this portrait here. And I want to take this portrait and move it and make it into this Polaroid right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and select my move tool, which is the V key on your keyboard. And now we could click on this, just drag it over like this right here and release just like so. But I'm going to undo that. I'm going to show you another way to do it. The other way to do it is hold control, tap the A key. That will give us these marching ants. Therefore, it's selecting our document. We can go up to edit and copy. And then we can go up to this, back to this photo here with the Polaroid and select edit and paste, just like so. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. And I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit. And I'm just going to call this lady. And I'm going to go ahead and right click on that and convert to smart object. And I want to duplicate the bottom layer. Just drag it down to the layers panel, to the create new layer icon. I'm going to name this. I'm not going to name it anything actually. I'm just going to leave it like it is. I'm going to be lazy. And what I want to do real quick is put a shape here. Okay. But before I do that, let's go ahead and activate this lady layer again. And I want to go ahead and scale it down. But before I do that, I'm going to turn the opacity down so I can kind of see how to place it, where to place it over the photo. Hold control, tap the T key, and it's going to give us these transform handles here. I'm going to hold the Alt key and just click this handle in the corner and drag down just a little bit. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more, move this photograph down, and I'm going to try to rotate it and get it as straight as possible with this Polaroid. Zoom in a little bit more. Not like that. Let's try that and see how that looks. I think this will do. This will work, I believe. I'm trying not to be such a perfectionist. Sometimes for me, it's very difficult not to, but that's just the way I am. I'm going to go ahead and scale this in some more. Not like that, I believe. Might need to be rotated a little bit, maybe. Just a little. Maybe nudge it over a little bit more. Actually, let's rotate that back over there. I like that. And might just move this over a little bit. I'm doing that by holding the shift key. And I think that looks fine. I mean, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just demonstrating here. I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark to confirm it. I might actually also bring this photo up a little bit more as well. I like that right there. Oops, something like that. Yeah, that looks good. And now I'm going to go ahead and hide that portrait real quick. I'm going to go ahead and tap the U key on the keyboard. It gives us a shape tool. I'm going to kind of create a shape here. Just going to select the corner there, drag out to about right here, and release. Leaving it default. I'm going to also turn the fill opacity down. Just click right here on fill and just drag all the way to 0. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. I'm going to hold control key, select this handle right here, and try to get it somewhat proportionate with the edge here. I want it to be, I'm basically creating a frame inside the Polaroid frame here. And is this thing, okay, some odd reason it's moving. Why is it doing that? I don't know. It shouldn't be doing that. But we seem to all have our problems. Seems mine's usually starts at the worst time ever. So what I'm going to do is just hold control and tap the T key that gives us the transform icon here. I'm at option. Now select the handle and hopefully this will actually work. There we go. And again, I want to get as close to the edge here as possible. I'm going to kind of go outside a little bit, about like that. Holding the control key and just selecting that handle, like so. About like that right there. See how that looks? Again, we can fine tune this later, or we can do it now, I guess. We can tap, select this warp icon option here. And let's try to drag the side right here. Just on the inside, you need to be just on this side of the line. Click and drag over. Just kind of nudging it to the edge a little bit. You can do the same with this one here, about right here, and just drag up just a little. Just trying to make it somewhat decent. I think that looks good. Go ahead and click the check mark to confirm that. Tap the H key and zoom out here. And what I want to do while this is still at 0 opacity, I want to double click on this and copy the color here, just this greenish type of color, and click OK. And feel that, turn that back up. Activate this layer again. What I want to do is hold the Alt key. Let's select either one of these layers. Let's name this frame, by the way. And what I want to do is hold the Alt key and drag between the lady photo, the portrait, and the frame, just like so. We're going to basically clip it into this frame. So now it's directly in there. And that looks pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks good. It works. Now what I want to do is change this right here to screen. See that? Just like so. And I want to select the frame photo shape here. And I want to turn the fill opacity down to about 80. I think. Yeah, to about 80. Kind of gives us that mute or dull looking color effect. And that's what I like. And let's hide this frame layer real quick. And it will also hide the photo because it's clipped into the frame shape. And I'm going to zoom in here. I want to get rid of this. And I'm going to take the this patch tool here. And I'm just going to select and make sure everything is like you see here. Just like it is. And I'm just going to trace the outside of this. Like so. Just a little bit. Just on the outside of the text here. Just like so. And I just want to go ahead and drag it up and release. That way it hides that. And then activate the frame back. That way it gets rid of our text there. And if you like that, you can just go back to here and turn the opacity down. That's why I copied the background layer, by the way. So that looks pretty good. If we wanted to, we can zoom in here pretty close. And we can select the frame photo shape. Go up to properties. And in feather, I want to feather this a little bit. Yeah, it starts feathering in there, the edge. Softened it a little bit. I'll say about 1. Just like that. I think that looks pretty good. See how that looks. Yeah, I like that. And if you don't like these harsh edges, like I said, around here, again, we can go to our shape tool. Make sure it's selected. Hold the control, tap the T key, and click on this warp tool again. And we can adjust this a little bit if we wanted to. Just kind of make it a little bit further up, just like so. That's if you want to. You don't have to do this. It's just an idea. I just want to show you that you could do that. And confirm it. And go back to hand tool. And take the shape tool and deselect it. It's if you wanted to do that. It looks pretty good that way, actually. I like it this way. It looks pretty believable. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect here. I mean, we could have also add some text here if we want to do that, but I just wanted to show you how to take a photo and add it into a some kind of picture of some sort, you know, and I just chose a Polaroid because this looked pretty cool. And I'm almost considering to crop this by tapping the C key, grabbing this handle, And that way there's more of a focus rather than all that empty space up there. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good. And there's so many other things we could do, but I think I'm just going to end it right here because I think it turned out just fine. Um, if we wanted to, we could match the grain or add some grain to this so it ties in with the photo. A couple ways of doing that, but let's see. We could just double click on the lady photo here, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and right click, convert to smart object, and we're going to load up the camera raw, just like so. Filter, camera raw. And I'm going to zoom into this photograph. Oops. And I want to try to match the grain of the photograph as much as I can. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try a little bit here. Let's see. Oops. Okay, about 20 on the amount. Size might make it about 35, I think. Roughness, about 25. And I'm going to go ahead and say click OK and see how that looks. Not too bad. And I'm going to go ahead and click that X and say yes and let that update. Let's see if that did anything for us. Yeah, that works. I think that looks pretty nice. I think it did its job. And that's just an extra little effect we could do to tie it in. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. And I think it turned out better than I expected, actually. And if, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it here. Let's go ahead and save our project. We'll name this photo effect 1. Click save and OK. Save it as a photo picture as well. I'm going to go ahead and choose JPEG. Why not? And click OK. And there we go. It's a pretty neat effect. Again, not perfect, but it works. And it's pretty believable. Besides some of the blur here and oddness, but it looks good. And I'm going to wrap things up here. And until next time, I will see you in another video.